If you are on Social Security or disability benefits, listen up. There are 12 changes coming to Social Security in 2026, including a higher cost of living adjustment, which is otherwise coming to be known as the Trump bump. And then there is a state that is dropping taxes on Social Security. You are also going to see a new Social Security rule that is going to impact millions of Social Security and disability beneficiaries. And there is a specific action you need to take by September 30th, 2025, in order to avoid your Social Security benefits being stopped. So, my name is Kwame Kwade. I am a government benefits expert. For 15 years, I've been helping seniors get the retirement benefits they deserve. I create content on Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, food stamps, and other personal finance issues that affect seniors. If you're new here, thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. Do me a favor and go into the comments. Let me know your city and your state. And if you've been watching my channel for a while, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. So let's get straight to the news. There's a lot to cover. There are 12 changes that are coming to Social Security in 2026. Believe it or not, 2025 has been a busy year with the Social Security Fairness Act, with changes to overpayment, with the bump in Social Security tax deductions that you saw with the big, beautiful bill. But 2026 is even going to be a busier year. So let's talk about it. So the first thing you need to know is off the top, the change in the Social Security cost of living adjustment. So Social Security COLA is predicted right now to be 2.7%, potentially adding about $52 a month to the average Social Security recipient. Now, you may not know this, but Social Security cost of living adjustment is calculated during the third quarter of the previous year. So, in the third quarter of 2025, July, August, September, they are going to compare prices of goods and services to the previous year's goods and services. And if prices have gone up, they are going to increase your adjustment. Based on forecasts right now, it appears that inflation has started creeping up again. And so in 2025, you got a 2.5% increase. Well, in 2026, it's going to be at least 2.7%, which is going to put an extra $52 in your pocket. I know that is not a lot of money, and I've created a lot of videos about two bills that are in Congress right now that will bump the minimum Social Security cost of living adjustment to 3.5% and change how Social Security cost of living is calculated, because over the last 10 years, seniors have lost 20% of their purchasing power, primarily due to how the cost of living adjustment is calculated, and that needs to be changed. So check out that video in my library. But the headline is that the Trump bump for 2026 for your Social Security cost of living adjustment right now stands at 2.7%. The second change that is coming is that the maximum earnings for Social Security is going to go up. What it means is that Social Security taxes has a limit on how, what you pay out of your paycheck. This year, if you make up to $176,000, you are paying Social Security taxes on that income. That is supposed to go up by another 3%. So this impacts only 6% of workers' income who are above that cap. And so not a lot of people are making money above that cap, but for the majority of people who are paying Social Security taxes, expect that limit to go up by another 3%. It means that you are going to be able to pay more taxes on more income when it comes to Social Security. The third change that is coming is that there's going to be a higher amount for full retirement benefit. Now, if you are retiring in 2026 and at your full retirement age, expect to get $4,018 per month if you are getting the maximum benefit. Now, who gets the maximum benefit? It means that you have paid into Social Security taxes for 35 years and you have paid the maximum into the account. That is who gets the maximum benefit. And it's going to be $4,018 in 2026. However, in 2025, the average Social Security benefit is $1,908. In addition, the one big beautiful bill is going to kick in. And so one of the most important deductions that's going to happen is that if you make up to $75,000, you are going to get a deduction, $6,000. If you make less than $24,000, you are exempted from this. It means that you're not going to get any benefit out of the 6,000 deduction. You have to make more than $24,000 in Social Security benefit to begin to get a trickle of benefit. But those who are going to get the full $6,000 deduction are those who make up to $75,000 in income, combined income, whether it's Social Security plus other income. So that is going to kick in 2026, and benefits phases out after you make $75,000. And as an individual, once you hit 150,000, you get nothing. Now, there are 40% of seniors that are not going to be able to benefit from this $6,000 tax deduction. I did another video talking about that and the things that I think Social Security beneficiaries in this category need. So there are two bills that I recommended that Congress needs to pass in 2026, the Social Security Expansion Act and the Social Security 2100 Act, both of which would help seniors in the low income category more than the big beautiful bill will help them, because if you are not making enough money and not paying taxes on your Social Security benefits, the big beautiful bill does not help you. It actually hurts you because it takes away benefits that you depend on, including food stamps, Medicaid, etc., and you are excluded from the tax deduction. So if the president and Congress wants to really help seniors in the low income category, which they still have time to do, they can pass the Social Security Expansion Act, which will put $200 more in your pocket each month. Plus, the Social Security 2100 Act will put $660 in the pocket of seniors that are getting the minimum Social Security benefit. So if you're getting $1,000 a month, $1,100, $1,200, $1,300, you are going to get an extra $660 if the Social Security 2100 bill is passed. So that is the fourth thing that is happening next year. The fifth one is that if you are getting Social Security benefits before your full retirement age and you're still working, there is an earnings limit. In 2025, you have to make less than $23,400 in order not to lose part of your Social Security benefit or have it reduced. Well, in 2026, that number is going to go up by almost 3%. And so if you plan on working in 2026 and you're still, below your Social Security full retirement age, know that for every $2 you go above that limit, you're going to lose $1 in your Social Security benefit. Now, for disability beneficiaries, you need to pay attention because there's something called a substantial gainful activity. If you are working and claiming disability benefits, that limit is important because once you go over it, your disability benefits may be reviewed and you may get your benefits reduced, or you may lose your benefits if you go over that limit. So that limit is, for the non-blind, $1,620 a month for 2025 is going to rise in 2026 by 3%. And for the blind is $2,700 a month. So what does that mean? It means that if you are on disability and you are in the trial to work program and you are trying to test whether you could return to work, you have to be careful because once you go over that limit, especially in this environment where they are scrutinizing disability beneficiaries, they are going to review your account and probably reduce your benefit if they think you can work. So pay attention to that. The seventh change that is coming is there's going to be increase in how much it takes to earn one Social Security credit. In 2025, that was $1,810 per quarter every 3 months. Well, in 2026, it's going to go up by 3%. So you still need 40 credits to get Social Security. You need to work at least 10 years to get Social Security. But how much you have to make per quarter in order to qualify is going to go up. So watch out for that. The eighth change that is coming, which is exciting, is that West Virginia is going to end the state tax on Social Security. They were one of the states that was taxing Social Security at the state level. In 2026, West Virginia will completely stop taxing Social Security for all residents, regardless of income. Previously, there was a phase out. There was a partial phase out of this. I think it was $90,000 phased out. But after this, only 8 states will now tax Social Security. So slowly, we're getting there where the hope is that maybe in the next decade, all states will stop taxing Social Security. The ninth change that is coming is that your online access to Social Security is going to get better. You're going to have 24/7 access to My Social Security around the clock so that important changes can be made without interruption, including being able to manage your benefit, request documents, update information anytime. This has been a long-standing thing that advocates have been pushing the Social Security Administration to do in giving seniors access that is unlimited and uninterrupted so that seniors who want to make changes to their account can do so without technological barriers, including downtimes that have become really frequent lately with the Social Security Administration. And then, if you've been paying attention, September the 30th is an important date you need to remember. If you know somebody that's getting paper checks for Social Security, or they are getting, they are not getting their benefits electronically, well, starting September the 30th, because of an executive order from President Trump, they are no longer going to be able to get their check by paper means anymore. It means that you're not going to get your check in the mail anymore unless you fall into a tiny group of people that can get exemptions. And so what you have to do before September the 30th, 2025 is to get a bank account so that your Social Security benefits will be deposited into your bank account, or your disability benefits will be deposited into your bank account, or you can get a direct express debit card to get your benefits that way. Otherwise, you are in for a surprise. Your Social Security benefits will be stopped. Your disability benefits will be stopped. They're not going to come through the mail unless you get an exemption. And that exemption you cannot get with the Social Security Administration anymore. You have to get it with the United States Treasury Department. So they are making it harder for you to even get an exemption for Social Security benefits by mail. And then you're going to see a lot of improvements in 2026 with Social Security services enhancements. They are saying that they're going to respond 35% faster to your calls. When you call them, you're going to see a much improved customer service. These steps are designed to reduce your wait times and improve the user experience, especially as more people are claiming Social Security at a record pace. There's never been more people claiming Social Security than they are claiming right now. Never in the history of the program. And they are cutting back staff, they are reducing benefits, they are reducing times that they are servicing customers, and now they've gotten a lot of pushback. And so they are restoring services to levels that we've not seen in a while, and they are promising 35% faster response times when you call the Social Security Administration. And then finally, there are things that if you're working and on Social Security, you're going to see no tax on overtime, no tax on tips. The first $25,000 in tips is going to be non-taxable based on the big beautiful bill, and the first 10,000, 12,500 in overtime is also going to be non-taxable. So if you're a senior citizen, you're working and you're getting overtime and you're getting tips, well, that's good news for you. So these are the 12 changes that are happening in 2026. Let me know what you think and what changes you would like to see other than these 12 changes that are coming. And before I let you go, let's talk about Medicare, because our partner chapter is here to help you get into a better Medicare plan. Why is this important and why should you care? Well, if you're turning 65 or you're on Medicare and you're not sure you're in the better plan, chapter is the right organization to help you. Here's why. More people get money out of Medicare than they get from Social Security. If you've been paying attention to healthcare costs right now, the average surgery is about $30,000. And so you may be in a situation where you need critical care. And if you're not in the right Medicare program, then you are missing out on money that you have earned and deserve. And so Chapter is there to get you into the right Medicare plan. Why is that important? Well, the Trump administration just sued a whole bunch of Medicare providers that were misleading seniors and getting them into the wrong plans. Well, Chapter is here to change that. And when you call them, their job is to check your Medicare plan right now and see if you're in the right plan. And if you are, they'll tell you. And if you're not, their advice is unbiased and is free. They will get you into the right plan that fits your needs, your budget, what doctor networks you need to be in, what hospital networks you need to be in, what prescription coverage you need, etc. Now, over 2,000 of our viewers like you have already called Chapter because of our recommendation and been able to get help, get into a better Medicare plan. And you can be the next, because there is nothing worse than needing coverage and realizing that your current coverage does not cover the things that you need. And Chapter will make sure of that. So when you call them, these are the guys you're going to be talking to, real people that are there to help you. They are A plus rated with the Better Business Bureau. They will save you $1,100 on average. So call the number on the screen, 539-205-2147, or go to the website they've created for us, askchapter.org/insider. I'm going to put the website and I'm going to put it in the comments and in the description to the video, so you can click on it, fill out the form, and they will reach out to you and help you get in the right plan. You may have a small window to do this, and so call them today and switch to a better Medicare plan. Now, if you like what you heard, if you're new here and you appreciate it and got value out of this video, then hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you on my next video. Thank you for watching.